Welcome back to our Founders Day Legacy Drive series. I'm Katie Griffin, president of the Theta Tau Educational Foundation. Today I'm excited to turn the tables and interview Michael Livingston, aka Supe, about his involvement with Theta Tau. So let's start at the beginning. When did you first get involved with Theta Tau?
So I first got involved with Theta Tau back in the late 80s. That would be the 1980s. We did not have a chapter at the George Washington University where I went to school. We didn't have a chapter at that time, and a lot of my people in my class worked to help refound the chapter in the late 80s, and then I pledged and joined in the spring of 1990 as our second class after our refounding. So it's been since I officially joined in April of 1990.
Like, what was your chapter experience like as an undergrad member?
It was really a lot of fun. Met a lot of great people, and that's what really kind of. I mean, as I mentioned, a lot of people in my class were the ones that founded it, so I already knew a lot of them. It wasn't a huge engineering school, so I knew a lot of the people in my year. And then I got to meet a lot of new people. I got to learn the values of Theta Tau and everything, and it was just a wonderful experience just to meet even more people on campus, which was, just amazing. Taking road trips and meeting people from other chapters made it even better, right? So it's just finding those people across the country that had the same values, the same ideals, and shared experiences that I did. I made so many lifelong friends that are still friends to this day.
You can feel that? Yeah. When did you take on your first leadership role?
So when I was a student member, I was a educator for the new members. I did that one semester. I wasn't really on the board and during when I was a student. After I graduated, um, Dean Bettinger approached me at the national convention in 1992 when I graduated, and he asked me if I wanted to be a regional director. And I said yes. I wasn't thinking about that, but he asked, and I think that's something that's always important that we learn is a lot of times all it takes to get someone involved is just asking them, right? It doesn't, they may not come to you, but if you just ask them, they may get involved. And that happened to me. So Dean asked me to be regional director. I was regional director for um, 2 years. And then in 94, I joined the executive council as the Grand Inner Guard. Um, I served on the council for their 10 years before being elected, moving on up various positions. And then in 2004, I was elected Grand Regent, served 8 years as Grand Regent, and then went on to be the, sort of the old guy in the back of the room that just kind of, well, people would sort of come to for wisdom. I don't know if I really had much wisdom, but they would come to me for wisdom and, continued on and still stay connected through that. And then eventually I joined the Educational Foundation Board, um, which I've been on for a few years now.
I love what you said about the reaching out to people. So like the tap on the shoulder for volunteers really is, it might not seem like a big deal, but to somebody else it really is important. So I like that reminder to keep telling people, keep tapping people on the shoulder and reaching out to them. It does make a difference. But yeah, that is amazing. Over 25 years of commitment. That's really fabulous. What would you say is your proudest accomplishment?
I would say, in when I was Grand Regent, I think the ability to grow the fraternity, we essentially tripled in size. The number of student members that we had, we didn't quite triple the number of chapters, but we doubled the number of chapters. We tripled the student size, number of student members. And I think just being able to, that experience that I got, that leadership that I got, uh, you know, that's what I wanted to give back and be able to expand that to more campuses, to more people so that they can experience the ideals of Theta Tau and being engineering leaders is something I'm really proud. And it's why I'm with the foundation now, right? I want to give back to even more students And, the foundation helps provide aid and programs that help build these leaders. Theta Tau helped me become a leader in the fraternity, a leader in my profession, and this is why I'm on the foundation board, is to help serve and provide those opportunities to other members going forward. So I'd say just expanding our reach is something that I'm really proud of, and everyone that helped me along that journey.
Definitely something to be. So tell us a little bit about what you do professionally.
Professionally, I'm a director of engineering with Salesforce. I've been with the company for about over 11 years now, um, which is great. I manage a global team of engineers. And the amazing part is I did get this job through a Theta Tau connection. So it's someone I knew in Theta Tau, was working at Salesforce. They kind of reached out to me and recommended that I apply for this job, and gave me the recommendation that, and then eventually I ended up with the position. I love working with this company. I've met so many great people there as well. So, yeah, yeah, I think that's kind of my professional life.
So you do something very unique on weekends, especially in the fall. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so one of my hobbies is I'm a college football official. So I started this 20 years ago, mostly because as a computer engineer, I just sit at my desk. So I needed something to challenge me to exercise. And so I saw an ad in the newspaper to be a football official at the local high school level. Started there. Um, it was a great experience. Again, it's a lot like a fraternity experience where you have bonding with members there. When the group of officials take the field, pretty much nobody likes you except the other officials. So you bond, and so it kind of reminded me a lot of the fraternity experience. So I've been doing it for 20 years, slowly moving up the ranks, and this year I was hired into Division One in the Big Sky Conference. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. But this has been another great experience of mine, where I've met many great people. I've traveled to places, done some very memorable games, and yeah, it's just something that it's obviously in the fall. It's very busy, so I do my day job Monday to Friday, and then Saturday I go to a college campus somewhere and work on a work on a football field.
Thanks for sharing. Well, it is volunteers like you that keep Theta Tau going strong. Thank you so much for sharing about your journey, Soup. And we're definitely excited to connect with more of our supporters over the upcoming days. But thanks for sharing all your stories today.
Thank you, Katie.